one of the coolest things, I bring this up all the time, N.T. Wright has this like 700-page book called The Resurrection of the Son of God that nobody reads, but like I slogged my way through it. And there is at least like 300 pages on the development of this idea of the resurrection. And in the resurrection, as we talk about the resurrection, and we've talked about this before, we talk about yastemi or histemi, which is related to a word anastasis, which means like to rise again, and how the disciples just didn't understand what this was. And what he does, he traces the development all the way back through like 3500 BC, all the way up through like 100 AD. And it's almost, you ever put in like a word in Google search and it shows you the etymology of it? I'm not the only one. Awesome.
Yeah,
So you put it in, right, and it shows like word usage over the and like give me a word. What's
and there's you can use apps. Logos is one that you can use for like to look up tons of stuff around words in the Bible. It gives you so much.
Well, not even
history
just
on
words
it,
in the
how it's
Bible. Not even
used,
just
and-
words in the Bible. I'm just talking like if you bring up what's an uncommon word? Just give me something.
Oh man.
Knee-jerk, or like knee-jerk reaction, or superfluous, or just something that has a little bit more of a rise and fall over time. It will plot out the use of the word. It came to use in the 1600s, and then it trailed off, or something like that. Herky-jerky. I mean, you could really put in
It might come back now.
etymology of herky-jerky.
Yeah.
And it'll say, well, it came from this time, and it'll show on a graph how it like rose to prominence, whatever. So anyhow, the reason why I'm setting this up, and if you want to do that right now on Google and listen to me kind of out of the corner of your ear, go ahead and do that because it's really cool. But what he does is he goes and he looks at this word histemi, or to rise again, resurrection. And through the ancient world, it is like zero flat line. 3,500, 2,000, 1,500, 1,000, completely flat. And so the problem is, it's like, well, wait, didn't they believe in the afterlife? I mean, I thought they believed in ghosts, apparitions, like the afterlife. Like Egyptians, they put stuff in their tombs for the afterlife, And so N.T. Wright goes on to explain, well, yeah, they had ideas of ghosts and the afterlife and apparitions and spirits and all that, right? But this idea of someone rising from the dead was unknown to them until 50 A.D. If you look at all the uses in literature, it skyrockets in 50 AD. And it's usually, and this is what Wright says, he says, it's usually within Greek literature and women's trashy novels. Like when you go to the beach and you're like, hot romance. A lot of the cases of this use of this word of histemi had to do with a man who loves a woman, and then, some kind of problem arises where he's like, I'm going to be killed. But he says, but I will histemi, I will rise again. Come meet me at the tomb on the third day. And it all comes to prominence right around 50 AD. At exactly the same time the disciples are preaching about the resurrection.
Wow. So the significance of this is that if we go to Jesus, and we're going to get into in a moment kind of what the Bible says about who he is, who does he claim to be, all that. But what you're saying is that this word, not just in the Bible, but in general, kind of just got really, really popular.
Amped up. So after just happened to be.
After Jesus resurrected, now suddenly this word is just making prominence all
Isn't that
over the place.
fascinating?
That is really cool.